I mentioned Garoppolo. I didn't talk about him yesterday. I should have. Sorry. Apologies. You get a refund for what you paid for yesterday's podcast. But it's still relevant. On Friday, the news came out that he will be suspended 2 games for a PED violation, and he'll be released by the Raiders. Now, the Raiders will be able to avoid, assuming that they process all the paperwork accurately, and frankly, based on history, you can't assume that with 100% accuracy from the Raiders. But assuming that they dot all I's and cross all T's, they'll void the guarantee of $11.25 million in salary that was fully guaranteed this year for Jimmy Garoppolo, and then they will release him after that guarantee has voided. And I've seen the contract. There's automatic language in there voiding a guarantee for a player who's suspended under the PED policy. So Garoppolo becomes a free agent, along with all the others. What does he do next? And I think of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, to me, is the one exception to the idea that a guy who was once the highest paid player in the NFL, and Jimmy Garoppolo was once the highest paid player in the NFL, not for long. He was at 27.5, and I think it was Cousins that jumped him at 28. But at one point, Jimmy Garoppolo was the highest paid player based on annual average per year in the entire league. Once the starting opportunities are gone for him, and when you consider everything he's made over the years, does he keep hanging around as a backup for as long as he can? Or does he just say, I'm out. I don't need this. I don't need to play for 2, 3, 4 million. I don't need it. I don't need to constantly be in football shape and constantly be in the meetings, and I really don't love it as much as others do. I'm just tapping out. I'm done. I don't need this anymore. There haven't been many guys who were elite franchise quarterbacks who will just hang on and take whatever they can get at whatever spot on the depth chart they can find. Flacco is the one guy that I can think of. I remember when Randall Cunningham did it, and he was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He had that first act with the Eagles, and then he was out of football, and he came back with the Vikings, and he was great in 1998 and got benched the next year for Jeff George. But he eventually was holding a clipboard for the Ravens. Why not? Take whatever you can get, because he has seen the entire thing dry up. Remember, he was installing bathrooms in Las Vegas or something like that the year he was out of football. I'll take the football money. It's easier and it's more lucrative than anything else I'm going to be able to do because I don't have to play. So will Garoppolo take a backup job and backup money somewhere else? Or will his attitude be, if I'm not a starter, I'm not playing? And will he refuse to sign with a team if he doesn't get a starting job and just wait for that inevitable Joe Flacco type opportunity when there are injuries during the 2024 season? Will he be someone's savior? Will he have a chance to be the comeback player of the year for 2024 because he comes in and helps out a team that has had multiple injuries at the position if they want to bring him in? So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Does he take whatever spot he can get on a depth chart and the money that goes along with a lower spot? Or does he say, if I'm not getting starter money, I'm out? And last year when he signed with the Raiders, it wasn't high-end starter money. It was low-end veteran starter money, but it was still enough money that it was clear he was going to be the starter, and he was once he recovered from the foot injury. I just wonder. I wonder how it's going to play out for Garoppolo, where the seat's going to be, and will it be as a starter walking through the door, or will it be as a guy who's going to have to earn his playing time, and will he be willing to do that given what he presumably has in the bank? Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.